So we have the first term of an arithmetic sequence. So you make sure when you go to your log tables, if you're going to use formulas from the log tables, that they're from the arithmetic section. So first term of a sequence is 12. So you could either say A is 12, or you can say T1 is equal to A plus N minus 1. So 1 minus 1 times D. So we have A, so it's 12, A 0 times D, so A is equal to D. A is equal to 12. Either way, it wouldn't have mattered if you just called this your first term, because again, if you read your log tables, A is our first term, or if you got your Tn formula, subbed it in, and you would have ended up with this anyway. What else have they told me? They've told me the sum of the first 9, so S9 is equal to 9 over 2, 2 times A plus N minus 1 times D, which we don't know. And the first one is 135. So clean that up, and you should end up with something along the lines. I think it's like, clean it up, you understand, 216 plus 72D is equal to 270. So you multiply across by 2, or whatever way you want to clean it up, I should be able to do that. So we have 216 plus 72 times D is equal to 270. We eventually end up with D is equal to 3/4. So if you want to have a look at this, I'm only doing this because, I have time here. Otherwise I just move straight on to the next question inside an exam. But we have an arithmetic sequence. So 12 is my first term. That's my next term. 13.5 is my next term. 14.25 is my next term. 15 is my next one. 15.75. 16.5. 17.25. 18. 18.75, and so on. That's what my sequence looks like. Sometimes I like to just have an idea of what it looks like. Next one. So the first, 9th, and nth terms of this arithmetic sequence are the first 3 terms of a geometric. What do I know about a geometric? Well, again, if you intend on using any formulas in your log tables, make sure you get them from the geometric section. What else do I know about a geometric? Common ratio, like term 2 divided by term 1 gives me a common ratio. If it's a geometric, which it says it is, or general way of saying that is Tn divided by the one before it gives me my common ratio. That's what I know about a geometric even. What do I know? First term, it's 12. 9th term, well, you can either work it out, or I have it actually all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so 18. Well, you can get your common ratio there if you want, and we could actually work out the what this looks like. So we've 18 divided by 12, which gives me 1.5. So my common ratio there is 1.5. Or 3 over 2, whichever. And, that allows me to get the next one, which is 27, and so on. So this is my third term. So the nth term of this, well, what is the nth term? Tn is equal to A plus N minus 1 times my 3/4. That's my third term, so that's T I'm looking at, we have Tn, yeah. And when we clean this up, we have 12 plus 3/4 n minus 3/4, which gives me 11 1/4 plus 3/4 n. So what can I do now? Well, that's my, I can get, well, you can let that equal to 27, or you know what I mean, and work out what n is, or you could go, right, that's my third term here. Remember, Tn is my third term. And so I can go that, so 11 1/4 plus 3/4 n divided by the one before it is equal to my common ratio. Again, multiply both sides by 18, clean it up. So over here, I'll have my common ratio is 3/2, and when I work this out, move this around, I'll end up with n is 21. So a few ways to do that part there. That was probably might have been the easiest. Okay, so last part, this one. The diagram below shows a triangle. Largest angle is 120 degrees and the length of the longest side is 3L. The lengths of the triangle are consecutive terms in arithmetic. Again, we need to watch out that it's arithmetic. Well, if that's the largest angle, that's definitely the largest side, which means that must be T3. T2 is, so it's arithmetic, and T1. So that's my third term. I just take off my common difference to find my second term, and I take off my common difference again to find my first term. So what else can I do? I can, well, they want me to find the perimeter in terms of L. Well, at the minute I have 3L plus 3L minus D plus 3L minus 2D, which gives me 9L minus 3D. That's the perimeter. And that's in terms of L and D. Right, so what else? Other information they give me in a question. They give me the degrees as 120. I guess trigonometry, we could have a look at A over sine A is equal to B over sine B. No, I have too much missing there. Cosine rule, A squared is equal to B squared plus C squared. So A squared is equal to B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cos of 120. So I'm not too sure how to continue with this. So I'm just going to keep going with the cos. No. A squared is equal to B squared plus C squared minus 2 times B times C times the cos of 120. So that gives me 9L squared. That gives me 9L squared minus 6LD plus D squared. I'm going to continue to clean that up. And times the cos of 120. Cos of 120 is a half. So end up cleaning all this up, and it eventually should look like 18L squared minus 27LD plus 7D squared equals 0. So leave it all up, bring it to one side, and again we have a quadratic. So trinomial, factors of 15 times 7. Factors of 126 that add to give me 27. Factors of 126 that add to give me 27. Yeah, I probably would. 126. So let's divide by 6. There, 21 and 6. So they add to give me 27. Work that out. Get your two factors. We end up with D minus 3L is one factor, and 7D minus 6L is another. And D is equal to 3L. Well, that's not possible. Common difference can't be 3L. Okay, so that one doesn't work. D equals 3L. That does not work. And so D equals 6L over 7. Yeah. And so now I can go back to here. My perimeter up here is correct. It's just they asked me to write in terms of L. So my perimeter is 9L minus 3 times 6L over 7. Clean that up and you end up with 45 over 7L.